They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. There on the tackle, Minka Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. He finds an opening past the 40. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Seattle.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The end result, 21 yards. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's got a man, it's Williams. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle. But collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
It's 3rd down and goal.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Wilson. A pass underneath for Carson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
And goal.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
We're scoreless after 1.
Quarter with no score.
2nd quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now Jackson back into his end zone. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On 1st down, it's Samuels. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 29 yards, first down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes, just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Jackson took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now it's Lockett. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the gun, Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. To throw is Wilson. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Breaks through the contact. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Down, Seahawks.
Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Carson dropped at the 35, able to display his agility, but not much room to operate. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Carson. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by DJ Reed. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
Wilson's
now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
45-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Let's go, D. 40. Check 55, Mike. Coming this way. Here we go. 55.
From the gun, Wilson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Wilson's pass.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And he gets this one away, and it's got some hang time to it. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On 2nd and a couple, Jackson gets this one to Hill. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
So we've reached halftime here in a low-scoring affair. 6-0 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
Taken in the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a two-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 now. Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st down, Carson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Wilson. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams.
Wilson's pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And they'll get him down down as he's inside the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First down.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Running to start the drive is Samuels. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Staying on the ground with Samuels. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They go play action with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
That's the score. Steelers 7, Seahawks 6.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. From the 29, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Here's Hill on the return. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
A 3rd quarter now and a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Operating from the gun. Jackson flushed out right. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Jackson. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Ebron caught left side.
Jackson's pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
22-yard line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Chalk that up as their 1st sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the 1st half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Seattle.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Alex Highsmith there on the tackle. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that's It's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And no, it's incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. Now this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Samuels again, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Throwing now is Jackson. And that is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. On first down, it's Carson. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
2nd and 8 at the Steelers' 44-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Carson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up third down.
And it's third down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing now is Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Now Wilson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'll look to throw. They'll run the screen with Carson. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
7 at the 24-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football. They've hit it.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
First down, Seahawks.
So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18.
So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Seahawks, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they'll get another road test